What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Nerd Manual. Today's Q&A is, how do I know if I'm an authentic nerd? Alright, this question concerns me. While I don't think the person asking intends the subtext that I'm reading, the question implies that there's some official measurement, or perhaps a governing body, to determine a person's nerd quotient. This idea has caused a lot of grief in nerd circles, particularly for female nerds who get accused of faking their nerdiness. I never thought I'd see a day when people were accused of false nerd credentials, but here we are. Yes, there are nerd and geek tests out there that score how big of a nerd or geek you are, but these are memes, similar to the which Harry Potter wand are you quizzes, and they're not in any way a reliable method of determining if a person is or is not a nerd. I'm going to take the scenic route to answer this question because it's important to understand that cultural authenticity is subjective, particularly when talking about arbitrary social labels like nerd, geek, even things like jock, goth, emo. Who decides what criteria add up to an authentic geek? Who approves membership to the nerd club? Well, no one, and everyone. Geek and nerd are just words. We, that means society as a whole, give them meaning. And those meanings change drastically over the decades. They become progressively less derogatory as time passes. This mellowing of meaning is great, but it also means the nerd club has lost some of its exclusivity, which I think is a good thing, but some nerds are more territorial. I don't like being elitist, so if someone popular and attractive and socially adept says something like, "I'm such a grammar geek," that's okay with me. I realize, though, that there are other people who will cringe or even go on a verbal tirade about how unfair it is that popular people have co-opted the culture of less popular people who suffered years of torment and ostracization because their personal entertainment choices, fashion sense, or physical limitations were considered uncool not very long ago. But I think the anger is misplaced. It's our, nerds, fault for showing the rest of the world how great nerdy things are. If we didn't want to turn the popular people of the world into nerds, we shouldn't have taken control and made everyone want to emulate us. Now, I'm kind of joking there, but getting to an answer. You know if you're an authentic nerd if you self-identify with your own definition for being a nerd. And maybe if people regularly classify you under their definition of nerd. That's as specific as I'm willing to get. If you still feel like you need some kind of indicators by which you can measure your level of nerdiness, I suggest taking one of the aforementioned nerd or geek tests. It won't validate your nerdiness, but it does give you a place to start assessing where you are on the nerd spectrum. So have fun with that. I'm glad that you stopped by today. I hope you'll leave a like, and I'll catch you next time.